Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Carlee Russell case. I am out front of Studio H Salon in Hoover, Alabama. Why am I here? Well, let's talk about Carlee Russell and her wig, because a lot of people think the wig that was found by her phone is very suspect. And I actually talked to an employee inside Studio H. His name was Buddy. He didn't want to get on camera with his face, but he did let me record a conversation with him. I interviewed him because I wanted to get some perspective about the wig, whether the wig can come off easy, or can it be ripped off, or can basically what I'm saying is the wig, like, he gave me some adhesive here, and the wigs usually get put on, you put this on your this adhesive stuff on your scalp, but the wig can come off, but sometimes it can't. Sometimes wigs are stitched on, and we don't know what type of wig, some people call it a weave, that Carlee had. There is pictures of her wearing a wig, but we don't know what kind. But I want to share what he said to me inside here. So check this out. All right, so what do you got, buddy?
Okay. This is what's called no shine tape. And it's made for lace so that it doesn't appear shiny through the thinness of the lace. And you can see, now if you can see how strong that is, but it can be pulled.
So the wig I just showed you, that wig is assuming that it's that wig. That looks like it would be used, this type of material would be used.
Some type of lace bond. You can see how that will almost become transparent in the skin.
Yeah.
But it can be taken off rather quickly.
Can I have one as a courtesy?
You absolutely can.
So I can show in my report. So, yeah, because there's a lot of questions whether, I don't know if you've been following her case.
Very much so.
So you got the target. They said that she waited in the target for 20 minutes in that range, then went down I-459, right? And then her wig and her phone was found right by her car. And people are wondering, and then they're asking wig experts, or because her parents acknowledged that she had a wig, a weave, and they're acknowledging, they want to know, people want to know, is it possible she could have went right to the scene there and took it off herself? And if that's the case, if it's a hoax, we don't know, but I mean, assuming it's a hoax, can someone take their own wig like within a minute off of themselves? And apparently, what you're showing me, it's possible.
It's very possible. Now, a weave and a wig is two different things. Weave is where they put in extensions. Now, you can attach a wig by a weave attachment around the temple sides and back. That can be done. If you look at all her different photos, she's got different styles, different colors, different ones. I doubt that was the type of attachment she was using.
What do you think she used?
Easy tape, clips. Some people will use clips, and that's easily taken off.
The pictures that you saw, is that a weave or a wig?
That's a wig.
That's a wig, okay. Yeah, because I think her mother said wig or weave, but I'm not so sure. But the whole gist of it is a wig. Like, it was a wig. How quickly can it come off? And, there's conflicting. Some say it takes a while. Some say it just depends, I guess, like you said.
Oh, it depends on the type of attachment they're using. It can come off very easy, very quickly. Now, a lot of people, though, or I should say some people with permanent hair replacement, like myself, they have a more permanent bond, which is going to last anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, and that could not be taken off really quick.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we're trying to get an understanding of what exactly type of wig it was. And, you know, reason why a lot of people out there think it could be a hoax is because the wig itself, how the wig was just found right there. And people think, well, she planned it by taking it off somewhere prior and then just throwing it out there. That's what people are saying. The wig makes it suspicious, the way the wig was there. And that's what people are saying.
But suspicious in what way?
I don't know, like it was planned, possibly, or like she did it herself, in a sense. Like if she was kidnapped, like she said, I mean, would a kidnapper pick her up and then the wig fall off? Or would the kidnapper rip the wig off and leave the wig there?
Could very easily rip it off if it wasn't attached permanently. You may want to pause it.
Sir, is different.
So, buddy, how long you been working in the hair business?
Hair replacement,
Yeah.
hair restoration since '87.
Okay, so you know a lot about this.
I know it inside and out.
Yeah.
What you asked me before somebody walked in, my first question would be, was the wig in tatters or intact? If it was in tatters or tore up, maybe they grabbed it off when they was trying to abduct her. I highly doubt that. From what I read, it was intact, just laying there. It's easily taken off. Quick.
Interesting.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About it? It wasn't ripped. They didn't say anything about it being damaged.
So what's your take on that? Do you think it was just she took it off herself? I mean, would the person, whoever owned that wig, her, do it herself? Or someone else do it for her?
It would be so easy to do it. You could do it riding down the road or stopped at a stoplight.
Now, you think an adult, a kidnapper, would take the time to take her wig off at the
No.
scene there? No.
Because you got to get it done and get it quick and get out of there.
Yeah. It was like within minutes the authorities were there.
And if you look at the combination of the wig and it took time to undo her watch, right there where it was supposed to be abducted, wow. Why wouldn't you take that off and throw it out the road as you're going? Doesn't make sense to me.
It's almost like it was planted with the phone. If the phone was there too. We don't know exactly the location of the phone or the wig.
And if you watch the video, where did she see the child? Because she turned on her emergency flashers and then went, what, 600 more yards?
Like 6 football fields.
You don't do that if you see a child. You stop immediately.
And you would think there'd be other calls with other reports.
And somebody reporting a toddler missing.
No reports of Todd.
I haven't heard one either.
No, I appreciate your insight on the wigs. I wanted to get a perspective on that because I've been covering this case, at all angles, just trying to get an understanding, trying to get the truth out there. I actually, right where a vehicle was found is a trail there. It's a concrete trail that goes right into the woods, and there's tunnels back there. So it's very, very interesting. And a neighbors there took me back there yesterday. Some holes in the fence that people can climb over. It's just the likelihood that somebody was there with another vehicle is probably 0%, and it's probably 99.9% chance that she went into that woods there. At what point, where did she go from there? That remains to be seen.
Do y'all follow Daily Mail UK?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's been on there each time. It was on there again this morning, I believe. There's just, as a former police officer, my dad was police, I was police for 4 years. It just doesn't add up and make sense.
So not only do you work in the hair, weaves and wigs, but former officer and your family's law enforcement, and it doesn't make sense to you.
None whatsoever. I said from day one there was people here, and I'm like, that just doesn't make sense.
Gotcha.
Okay, go ahead. But your original question, if you look at all her pictures, there's many different styles, many different colors.
All right, hold on just a minute.
I'm betting, guessing would be my professional opinion. Yeah, you may have something more secure, like I showed you with the no shine tape in the front, but it wouldn't be hard to take off.
Gotcha. Good to know. Well, I appreciate your insight. Thank you very much, and thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I consider you an expert, buddy.
Thank you. So who are you two with?
I will show you.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me turn off the.
So he was providing insight about the wig. He also has family works in law enforcement. You heard his insight about, and he also said he worked law enforcement himself. And I appreciate Buddy for speaking to me about this topic, because the question is, did Carlee rip off the wig right there at the scene, or did she take it off maybe beforehand at the Target or another location beforehand? And how long does it take for someone to get a wig off of them? If it was stitched on to her head, or it might have been like adhesive like this, I'm not so sure if this is clear. You can kind of see the clearness of it, but I am out in the field covering this case extensively. Let me know what you think about wigs. We will talk soon. Stay tuned.